Good day everyone and welcome to Exile News, the weekly show that brings you all the important news and information on Path of Exile, starting with another divination card story. This time is for the Bijou card, giving a cluster jewel, and as usual you can find the very short story here. So if you're interested, definitely give it a read. If you're not interested, I mean you can just skip it if you want, but it's kind of nice to see the different ways of thinking that actually brings people to design these cards alongside with GG, so definitely recommended. Anyway, we got a lot this week to cover, so I'm gonna go fast, and first up is the fact that GGG is going to host the player Wiki. And well, I'm not talking about the old Path of Exile wiki that's gone under fandom. No one likes fandom, it also adds a lot of spam and everything. I'm talking about this one here, which is poewiki.net, and if you haven't been using it, definitely bookmark it and use this one because it's much more updated, and well, it's now the official wiki, I guess, since GGG is hosting servers, basically removing the server costs from those who were paying it and making it an official, basically free wiki for everyone. So all they're asking is for the players to actually use it so that it goes up in Google searches and surpasses the older one, which in turns makes players actually use the correct wiki and not play builds based on wrong informations, which might end up making them quit the game because they feel like they don't understand the game. Instead, they're just using the wrong informations to start with. So yeah, this goes back as a game for GGG, and it's great to see GGG, of course, making their own interest, but still caring about the community and actually using community-made tools and including them into their own official things, because that is a sign of recognizing the players' effort. And so GGG supports the players and the players supports GGG, and it creates a circle that's really good for everyone pretty much. Anyway, we also got some new divination cards that are coming in the new expansion, and there's many uniques. Some of those probably depending on the fact that they've been lowered in drop rate. If you've followed the reveal, you'll know about this. Anyway, you can see there's like Cold Iron Point, which is a very common unique for traps especially. And then there's some huge uniques like the Squire, which is probably the best unique in the game right now. Although probably the best one is Mage Blood. You can see here are two implicit corrupted Mage Blood qualities as well. This card is going to be so rare, it's gonna be unbelievable. Also Maven item, 2 implicit corrupted, a lot of other things. Some of those we've already seen, some of those we haven't. So if you like this type of cards, definitely check them out. We'll definitely get more than this, but this is just a preview. And well, we finally got the full expansion. Hopefully you had the time to watch it on Thursday. And well, the only thing that you care about this page actually is where can you view the reveals if you missed the live stream. Well, honestly, the main way is just to go on the landing page. Of course, I'll put the link in the description below, and you can check, well, the live stream is now the VOD, I guess. Trailer, content reveal, announcement, all of these is just in one single page. You can read the full patch notes if you want, they are huge as well, or as usual also. And well, just Ctrl F your favorite thing and look for that. Hopefully it hasn't been nerfed into the ground, but I don't guarantee anything. Also, there's some news outlets down here, which honestly I didn't even check this time because they've always been mediocre, and I do not expect them to get any better anytime soon. So just check the full reveal from GGG, definitely, if you have time, and even if you don't, just check the video with the trailer and the full reveal. You can skip the Q&A if you don't care about specific details. Other than that, well, the expansion is basically based around Kalandra, and we don't really know much about that except the fact that she is the owner, creator, something like that, of the Mirror of Kalandra, which reflects an item. And the same way this item reflects another item, the Lake of Kalandra reflects encounters that you have during the game. So sometimes you'll just find some columns, you just click on those and you get a layout, something like this, where you can place encounters in these slots here. You can see the other slots are just like C, so basically empty space. And at the end, when you complete this tablet here, which, well, it's a mirror pretty much, you are going to get inside that zone, kind of like the Temple of Azotl, and you will have all of these encounters, kind of like Synthesis, I guess. It's kind of an evolution of Synthesis, and well, it's much better, honestly, looks much better. Also, the strength or the magnitude of the rewards is going to increase depending how far you go from the entrance. So you can see this is the entrance, and there are going to be ways to move this entrance. So for example, if you move it on this corner, on the opposite corner, this tile is going to be really, really rewarding. So this is going to be interesting. There's going to be monsters and bosses as well. So, and also you can get some really rare reflected jewelry. You can see the image here. And as you can see here, you have very high upside, like 190 life, but very low downside, like minus 103 mana. And the mirrored object, which is going to have the opposite mods. So you have minus 190 life and a plus 100 mana. So you will be able to choose one of the two. And well, hopefully you get the right mods, and these items are going to be completely bonkers. As you can see, like these items are just amazing. And there's also going to be Atlas memories, so sometimes you might find these items related to one of the masters, and they'll highlight some maps where you'll have these crazy mods in here, like additional Harbinger portals or areas are completely breached, like it's a full breach. So that's going to be interesting for the end game. There's new gems, 1 mark for poison and burning things, and 3 items, all based, or skills actually, all based on effect of shock. So this is going to be interesting, maybe for arc, maybe for other things that shocks. And yeah, like this one, support skill, shock enemies as though dealing 500% more damage, is going to be really interesting compared or paired with something like this, which explodes basically monsters that have shock on them. So yeah, definitely a multi-button build, but probably very interesting, kind of like X-Touch. I feel like this is going to be something like that. There's also going to be new unique items and revamped older unique items. And since these older unique items have been increased in powers by a lot, they're going to be rarer throughout the campaign. So hopefully we're gonna see more of those. Though, yeah. Or rather, hopefully they're going to be more effective when you find them, although the probability of finding something usable is going to go very much down. There's also going to be some modernization to older leagues and one to not very older leagues, like Arch Nemesis has been added really like yesterday basically, and they're still overhauling rare and magic monsters. The base of that is the fact that you're not going to find 20,000 yellow monsters and be swarmed by them, but the game is going to give you a more balanced amount of those encounters, and they're going to have mods, of course, to compensate them. So we'll see how that goes, if the feeling, if the packs and the density and the difficulty are going to feel very different or not. Beyond is also getting revamped, and you can see more in the trailer, which I definitely recommend. And there's a big change to Harvest, where basically you're going to get currency that you can spend on your horticraft station whenever you want, wherever you want. And it's also going to be tradable, so there's going to be a huge crafting league. Or that's at least what it is expected. We'll have to see how that actually goes. Huge balance changes that we've already seen. And you can see already the full Trickster. Just check this image out, and well, you can start planning your build around that if you want. Definitely very much evasion, energy shield, and move speed based, as they said it would be. There's also going to be a new ExileCon in 2023. We're gonna see a bit more about that. Of course, also new microtransactions in the forms of Kivak Vault Pass and the new supporter packs, which are coming out. I think they're already out actually. And as far as ExileCon goes, where it's going to be on the 29th and 30th of the 2023, it's obviously going to be in New Zealand. And well, you can see all of that you can expect. The regular ticket is $230. There's a VIP granting a dinner with GGG developers before the event for $700. And if you really have the money to splurge on that, for $2,000, you can get an exclusive dinner with GGG founders and some special guests. So yeah, I don't expect many players to actually be able to get this, but I mean, if you really have money that you don't know how to spend, that's definitely an interesting way. And well, you can check everything. One thing to know is the fact that New Zealand has been very strict in their COVID-19 precautions. So if there is an outsurge of COVID-19 in the future and they will have to close down things and ExileCon may not be able to be done, or even players or people just couldn't get into the country, well, GG will refund your ticket, but they cannot refund any other things like flights and bookings. So definitely try to prepare for that, because it is a possibility that can happen. And well, there's also a very quick update. I mean, there's been a lot of updates on the sneak peeks page. One thing that I wanted to highlight is the fact that for widescreen displays, GG added the option to actually center the UI as if it was a smaller screen. You can see here, so this is definitely a huge quality of life for those who have a big monitor. Honestly, having a big monitor is already a big advantage in PoE, so yeah, there's now double the advantage, and that is pretty nice. And yeah, I guess that was all for this week, and if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and a comment down below. Also, if you want to remain updated every week, be sure to subscribe to my channel. That was all. I've been your host Giorgio, and I'll see you guys the next time.